In our last video, we put together the heading, we added an input box for a number of tickets, and we created this drop down or spinner control. And so now we're going to complete the user interface of this project, where we're going to put in a text box for our resultant algorithm to be, in other words, number of tickets times the price of the tickets. And we have to add a button, and we need to add the image. So that's what we'll do in this video. So we'll add a button next. I'll put the button down here. I'm just going to walk through this because we've done buttons and so forth already. So we're going to call this button cost. So that's our ID. I need to constrain. Just do it that way. Okay, perfect. And then if we scroll down to our text, remember we already created the XML, the string XML portion of this in the first video, I believe. So all I'm going to do is I'll do @string. It's starting to pull up the button cost because we already created the text for the button name, or what appears on the button. So that should be good to go. I think I'll change the text size to, it's at 14. I'll leave it at 14. That seems like a good number, although I erased it. There we go. And that seems good to go. So now I will add a text view that will hold the resultant of the results of my calculation. So that'll be here. We'll call this txt result. And then I will constrain those edges also. And what's different now is that there's not going to be anything in the text field because it's going to be blank until the user types in number of tickets, so that way we can make the calculation. And so I'm just going to erase whatever's in the text at the moment. If I click away, it's hard to find. Like, how will I find it now? Well, don't forget that you have this little component tree pane. And so if I need to find it again, I can click on any of these items and it'll highlight that text field that just went away. So I'm also going to match constraint so it's wider. Then I'll make these margins smaller so I'll have space for whatever my answer is. There we go. And maybe we'll center it. Text align center seems good. Okay, can't really see anything, but I could put some sample tests in if I just wanted to see it. But ideally it's going to be blank, so that way that will hold my calculation. So click on here in the component tree so I can find it, and then click away, it's going to disappear. All right, so the last thing then is the image. So we need to get our image. I believe that I have one on my desktop. Yep. So I'm going to copy that. Copy. And then remember, we're going to go back into our project app, and I'm going to go into my resource folder, right click on drawable, choose paste. There it is. And then accept the default. That's fine. That's fine. Perfect. Now I'm going to close my project pane back up, pull the image view down, center it where I want it to be. That seems good there. It's going to ask me what image I want to use. I want to use the one I just imported, and then set my constraints. And things look a little wonky, so I'm going to slide that over. Set my margins to 0 so it'll take up the whole width, match constraint. And so now we should have, in fact, I think just for this visual, so I know I have something in this text field, so when I run it I'll at least see something. I'm just going to put in the text for now, sample data, just so I can see it in my emulator before I actually create the calculation in the next video. All right, so now I'm going to run my emulator and we'll see if this is looking the way it's supposed to. And so this is what we have. Looks pretty good. I think I'm ready to do the next video, which will be actually creating a click event for the button and then doing the calculation, 5 tickets times, we'll hard code in the price of the tickets for now. And when I click on find the cost, the value is going to show up here in sample data. So that'll be in the next video.